Good evening, YTPC. AustrianPiper here. Again, with a lovely cigar. This time with a Trinidad. Small little cigar. And of course, I'm drinking something with it as well. Remy Martin, a fine cognac. It's a Remy Martin VSOP or very special old pale, I think. What's it called? I'm sorry if I seem tired, I think it's already 11:30 at night. So I'm allowed to be somewhat sleepy. On the last weekly cigar I filmed, I noticed that my voice is rather low. Can't do anything about it right now, since I'm only using the audio from the DSLR, which is a Canon EOS 650D. And I don't want to wake up my parents upstairs. Like I said, I'm smoking a Trinidad, a Cuban cigar. Nice little size, especially if you don't have that much time or it's late at night, like right now. And for such a small cigar, the flavor is just awesome. Really smooth. Some cedar notes, cocoa. Not a whole lot of spice, at least at the beginning. It will probably go up a little bit later on in the second or third, or in the last third. There's something I want to ask you guys. Have you ever met a cigar or pipe smoker that's really unfriendly and just a rude, sorry for the language, asshole? For me, I have never met someone. Every time I speak to someone and, oh yeah, I smoke pipes occasionally or I smoke cigars sometimes. They were always rather nice. Some were more like a gentleman than others, of course, but still, no one I talked to was really rude or mean. I kinda tend to think of every cigar or pipe smoker as a friend. It's just the way it is. We're a big community, everybody helps each other. In pipe smoking, it's more present than in cigar smoking, at least I think that way. Of course, some of us pipe smokers smoke cigars as well. Best of both worlds, I would say. But really, I can only think of the story George Bruno or Gray Bailey always talks about when he asks a tobacconist about his customers, about the cigarette smokers, cigar smokers, and then the pipe smokers. Every pipe smoker, a gentleman. That phrase just keeps echoing in my mind. And I think this has something to do with the time it takes to learn to smoke a pipe. Not everybody takes it. You have to learn how to smoke it, learn how to pack it, everything about it, cleaning, maintenance, keeping a steady pace. So tell me, does any one of you have bad experiences with either cigar smokers or pipe smokers? Of course, there are always black sheeps in the herd, but way less than way less, way less than cigarette smokers or non-smokers. The notorious non-smokers that just hate the thought of tobacco. The worst of them all are ex-cigarette smokers. They can smell tobacco meters away and get angry at you for smoking it. Live and let live. Everyone has their preferences, and everyone should do what they want to do as long as they don't harm anyone else or themselves. But going on you have to call it a witch hunt by now for tobacco users. That's going a little bit too far in my opinion. When I was browsing, I saw a sign from a London restaurant, and it says cigar smoking actively encouraged. I need a bar with that sign on it. With the tobacco laws, or smoking laws in Austria, all the restaurants are kicking out every smoker. Doesn't matter cigarette, pipe smoking. Nothing is allowed anymore. Well, it is allowed, but most people tend to just kick everyone out. There are just a few places left where you can actually smoke indoor or at the bar, because if you have someone working for you that's younger than 18, in summer for example, they aren't allowed to work in a smoking place. And so, what do? In the summer it's easy. The weather's fine, it's warm outside, and everyone can just sit outside, but in the winter it's a whole nother story. I don't look forward to the winter right now, at least not going out. Since I can't smoke a pipe anymore, and just getting outside for, don't know, if I pack a small pipe, 30, 45 minutes in the freezing cold, I would rather not do that. It's not a problem for me since I'm not addicted to the nicotine, but for the cigarette smokers, that's, that will be funny to say the least. But then again, cigarettes only last, I don't know, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. But a sign that says cigar smoking actively encouraged. That would be one hell of a bar. There are a few in Vienna, a few bigger ones, but they are they are bars, but some of them are clubs with members, so it's not a problem for them. There are some holes, legal holes. It's not that much of and there's ways around it, but the hunt for tobacco users still goes on. Last time I was listening to a song, and a few of you will probably love it, was Country Roads from John Denver. I really like the song. Don't know why, but every time I listen to the song, I think back, or I think about a special place. It's in Austria, Canton, or I think it's the English name for it is Carinthia. I'm in a small village there. It's the birthplace of my grandfather from my father's side. I currently live in the Lower Austria, the north of Lower Austria, pretty much on the border to the Czech Republic. But every time I hear that song, I just think about Carinthia. Carinthia? No idea how to pronounce it. I'm just guessing here at this point. And the strange thing is, I've only been there a few times. Not many times, it's not my home. But every time I hear this song, I think about it. How beautiful it is there, and how happy I am every time when I'm down there. Just the Alps, cows, mountain roads, the woods, everything about it. would be my perfect place, to be honest. It's really like when you think about home, and it's not your actual home you're thinking about, where you live currently, but where your roots are from. I've been thinking about this the whole time. It's, do you have a song or something that keeps echoing in your mind and you don't know why you link it to something specific? You don't understand the connection or don't know how to say it. It's just like I said, where your roots are from. The only reason it comes to my mind, well, why I think about it, is because every time I'm down there or I'm visiting relatives, which only happened once when we had a big family meetup, the reason is I just enjoyed it so much. Hiking in the woods, going down to a lake, looking up the mountains, sitting in the grass and watching the cows or the people working. It's for us if you, or for me, I'm from a, don't want to say big city. It's not so small either. A decent city. You just go to the countryside, like the song says, country roads. If you're driving there, you just notice when you're in Steyr or Carinthia, everything changes. The people down there, it's just so nice to talk to them. Even though sometimes even I have problems understanding them. If they talk in a really strong dialect. Man, what a beautiful place. You know what my dream is? I want to have a house here where most of my family is, but I want to have a small shed near the woods down there, down there. Just to take holidays there or a weekend. Visiting my father's uncles and aunts. One of the best things to do while smoking a cigar or a pipe is just watch the smoke dance in the air with all your worries flying away. It's just one of the most relaxing things. It helps you calm down, think about where you have been, where you are, and where you're going. I'm nearly at 30 subscribers, or I don't know if I already hit the 30 subscriber mark. Thank you for everyone that has subscribed until now. I really appreciate it. I didn't really think that anyone would watch it, or not as many as that. Just think about having 30 people sitting in front of you and listening to what you say. Just the thought alone is astonishing, mind-blowing for me, since I'm a really camera-shy person actually. I don't like to be on pictures, and especially not on video. Having 30 people watch me or following what I'm doing. Then some people have on the YTBC 100, 500,000, 10,000, 100,000 subscribers. Just imagining it gives me goosebumps. That you have a concert hall sitting in front of you and listening to your words. Just imagine it. It's not about, as many in the YTBC lately have talked about, it's not about the presenters that create videos, show themselves or talk on camera. It's about the so-called lurkers. I'm not too fond of that name since I'm one as well, yeah. Well, for the most part I'm one. But the silent viewers, that's what enables us to be here. So, for all those watching, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I would never have imagined that something like this would happen. At first I wanted to do it like Simon for London Calling with Simon, or Mo Piping, just basically giving you a point of view from my perspective and not showing my face. But I decided otherwise. Just said, F it. If I'm going to do it, might as well go all the way. What's the worst that could happen? And lately I've noticed that this mentality is, what's the worst that could happen, and putting myself out there on YouTube in the YTBC community, sitting in front of camera, really helped with my camera shyness, that as well, but also with my confidence. I have less problems talking to people, interacting with them, and just being myself with people I don't know about. There's so many benefits just from sitting down, turning on the camera and talking, interacting with other people in the comments or with a video response. So I strongly encourage every one of you that hasn't started filming or making contact, content, just do it. What's the worst that could happen? Here in this community, no one discriminates, no one hates on someone else. It's just a nice place to start out if you're shy or not confident in yourself. And one of the best feelings is just if you have some favorite YouTubers, and I'm talking about Mel, Zach, AustrianPiper, AustrianPiper, Maritime, Harry Turfer, every one of those. And they subscribe to you. It's just such a great feeling having your favorite YouTubers, or one of your favorite YouTubers, subscribe to you and watching your content. I remember when I was at my girlfriend's place, that's why no videos came the whole weekend or mid last week, since I don't film at my girlfriend's place. I was laying down in bed, we were watching some films, and I got a notification on my phone since I enabled YouTube notifications. Zach, the AustrianPiper, subscribed. I kinda had a moment there where I think I misread that way. Zach subscribed! Woo! Can't believe it! Little fangirling. I just don't know, it is one of those moments where if you aren't someone that's comfortable with people watching you and one of your favorite people you watch, or one of the people you watch, subscribes to you, it's just a great feeling having people acknowledge you. If any one of you just mentioned is watching this right now, thank you. Really appreciate it and really happy about it. Sorry for the sudden cut. My camera decided to give out on me. I actually didn't want to film that long, to be honest. I thought it would be a shorter video than last time. I think last time we went for something like 40 minutes, which is just crazy. Evening out the timeline. Taking the band off right now since I don't want to burn it. And little tip, you often have the problem when you want to take off your band that the glue is holding so strong that you might actually rip your leaf or your wrapper, your outside wrapper. So just wait a little bit longer, let the heat from the embers go through your cigar a little bit more. It will heat up the glue and makes it really easy to remove it so that you don't damage it or don't damage your cigar. a little trick I learned along the way, since at the beginning I had the problem that some bands were so strongly glued on that you couldn't take them off. I wish I could join more live streams, but with the time difference it's pretty much impossible unless I stay up really late. So the only streams I up till now joined were Sax, and there were only 2 times. The last stream I joined was I think 2:30 a.m. here in Austria, and it was 2 a.m. in Austria and ended at 3:30 or 3:15 a.m. It's fine if you don't have to get up early the next day. But if you have work to do or something else in the morning, it's pretty difficult to join in. Because especially for someone like me, I sleep a lot. And I really mean a lot. It's not, how should I say it? 12 hours isn't that uncommon for me. But I'm a night person, so it's kind of difficult for me. I'm currently looking for a job. But once I'm working, I have some sleep problems if I want to get to bed before midnight. It happens that I lay in bed for 2 hours or more, just trying to get to sleep. I have to talk to my doctor about it a little bit, so that I can get medication for it. Even if I get up at 7 p.m. before 1 or 2 a.m. I don't get tired, don't get really tired, unless I have worked really hard, helping out someone in the garden or anything like that. I normally don't get that tired. But 2 a.m. is in general the mark where I can go to sleep without any problems. Judge Brewer always said that a little shot glass or half a shot glass in his famous square shot glasses could last him the whole evening. It's the same for me. I don't really take much in, just little sips, just to get my mouth wet or my lips wet and taste it. Don't need much more. Sorry if I'm looking a little bit offside. I have my camera screen there. And it feels strange to look directly into the lens. I should probably, god damn it, can't even talk right now. I should probably get used to it or try to look more often into the lens. Since it gives off the feeling to be more intimate or more on the friendly term with someone when you look them directly to the face. And I normally do that when I'm talking to someone face to face. I don't look off into the surrounding area or anything. I don't avoid the stare at me, or don't avoid the eyes. And I learned it. I avoided eye contact all the time before, but I gradually got used to it, stepped over my wall, be, become more confident, became more confident. It's and that skill to look someone into the eye without any problems, talk about everything. I notice it's really important in job interviews. And the funny thing is, the last job interview I had, I was talking to the interviewer, didn't really break eye contact when he was explaining something, or the only times when I did was when I took occasional glimpses at the two other people sitting beside that were taking notes and were just sitting there listening. I wanted to see what they are doing or if they have any questions for me. And the interviewer himself tried to avoid my eyes occasionally. Don't know why, since especially those people normally look you straight into the face or into the eye. So that nothing stays unnoticed. I don't know why, but it got really uncomfortable after some time. It was funny. Well, it was somewhat funny, yeah. Maybe that was the problem, I didn't get the job, but I'll probably end this video now. I have only a little bit left, a little stubby here, and I wanted to enjoy it in peace. So I wish you all have a great week, had a great weekend, and I hope you had a great weekend. Stay healthy and enjoy everything you do. Have a nice evening. Cheers.